manifesting a toxic or unhealthy relationship back to healthy, into healthy. This one's heavy. That's what we're talking about on this episode of Roxy Talks. I know this is a big one. So if you're trying to deal with a relationship that was abusive or painful, this episode is for you. Please stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I am here to help you banish your negative thinking and your limiting doubts so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. This one is hard for me, I'm going to be honest, because even without law of attraction, just as a person-to-person basis, I'm super pro breakup. I think breakups are like the most healthy thing in the world. I think that if you're in a relationship that is breaking up or constantly breaking up or on the verge of breaking up or there's some issue, you should break up. Because even if you have love for each other, even if there's not something intrinsically wrong in the relationship, something about where you two are at in your lives is not commingling. It's not working. So this is a perfect time for you to go separate ways and for you to focus your own inner power on yourself instead of putting it outwards outside of your body to your relationship, to your other person, to the toxicity, to healing yourself, to trying to fix them, whatever. You're using your manifestational powers in a draining and non-productive way. So before we get into it, please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible. And especially when it's something like this that's really important for healing people inside, we want to reach as many people as possible so that they can understand that they have all the power to do whatever they want in their life and fix, if they have to, any situation that is going wrong. So when we're talking about manifesting a person back that was abusive, the relationship was toxic, you were codependent, like whatever, for me, this is what goes on in my mind. The first thing I think is, why? That meme of that pastor, why? I'm like, why? Why do you want to go back there? Why do you feel that you have to fix this toxic thing? Why do you feel that this corpse needs to be dug up again, okay? I understand that in some instances with exes, I'll link my ex video above and it'll be in the description below. We're not supposed to call them exes. I understand in some situations, it's not always a toxic environment. Sometimes things happen, there's distance and logistics and somebody wasn't ready or whatever. I know not all relationships are toxic and this isn't exactly for that, but I do still kind of, agree, like if you're an ex for a reason, but, and here I am married to somebody that was an ex. Listen, I've been there. I've done it myself. I've manifested my husband once and then I manifested him back. I'll link that video up there too. But our relationship wasn't toxic. We just weren't ready. We weren't in the right place in our lives. So we separated, we both grew, and we came back together and everything worked. But if you have this abusive, dangerous, toxic, codependent, unhealthy relationship that you're trying to get back to, that just tells me that you're not there. You should not be going back. You have not worked on whatever it is that was manifesting in that relationship. Whatever it is that caused so much pain and all of the trouble and the strife, everything that was brought into that relationship is still going on inside of you. So again, that goes back to my question, why? What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to fix? What is the outcome you are looking for? Are you trying to change a bad boy? Are you trying to change a broken person? Are you trying to prove to somebody that disrespected you that, no, I got it now? And I know I probably sound like I'm trivializing this, but I really am asking, why do you want to be in this relationship? Why is it so important? Why this person? Why this situation that caused you so much harm, so much damage, so much trauma that you're still not dealing with? The fact that you would go back to a place that caused you so much hurt and harm and pain shows that you have not graduated from it. Your worthiness level is still telling you that that's the best you can get or that's what you deserve. And that's not true. You can have the most beautiful and amazing relationship ever. So I want you to really think about these questions. Why can't you leave this alone? And that's not in a judgmental way. I want you to ask internally, why can't I leave this alone? What is it about this relationship that makes me keep coming back and back and back? Why do I feel the need to fix something that might be irreplaceably damaged? Now, it's not that you can't manifest a person back or make it better, as you probably watched in my Manifest an Ex back. The problem is you got way too much baggage and your bags are fucking heavy, okay? You wanting to go back into that relationship just shows that you haven't grown from it. You haven't left that in the past like, wow, that was really bad. It was a learning experience. I will never go back there again. That's true growth. That's true self-love. You're putting yourself first. Everything flows out from within. You put yourself first. You make this your priority. This is what's creating your whole world. It's like you have this engine and it's like it's running this beautiful carousel that you love. But the engine's rusty and creaking and shit's falling off of it. And you're just like, let's hit it with a hammer a couple times and call it a day. Let me go ride that pony all day. This creative mechanism is doing all of it, okay? So if you work on this, if you make the engine room of your carousel shiny and bright and new and squeaky and lubricated and like, yes, we're working, we're doing it, we're symbiotic, we're perfect, it's perpetual motion, everything is working out, everything works out best case scenario, I'm worthy of this beautiful carousel, then you keep the upkeep and it works for you. But if you neglect this part, the part that creates it all, and you trash it, you don't give it what it needs, your carousel is going to break down. And then you're stuck riding on a broke-ass pony, okay? Which is exactly what your toxic relationship is. I'm not trying to make light of it, but I just want you to see, like, you have to do so much work in order to get past that. I'm not saying it's hard. I'm not saying it's going to take long. I'm not putting limitations on you. I'm telling you that you have to become so much better than that relationship was, so much so that you have to continue maintaining that if things should drop out in the relationship. If you don't address every single root core that caused this relationship to manifest and to get as bad as it got, because again, it's all reflections of you. Everything is you pushed out. So if you don't address the issue that caused all of that to get so out of hand, it's only going to get out of hand again. If you just slap a coat of paint in the engine room and you're not in there, tightening the screws and oiling up the cogs, I don't know how machines work, it's still going to break down. A shiny new coat of paint isn't going to do the trick. You have to go in there and put new nuts on, strip away any old crap that's in there that's causing any sort of kinks in your hose, okay? Your fears, doubts, past beliefs, hurt, trauma, emotional triggers, you really got to work on your emotional triggers because your brain meat is wired to react a certain way to certain stressors. Certain triggers do this. So if you're in a relationship where they're constantly pushing your buttons, constantly doing this, cheating on you, hurting on you, abusing you, putting you down, you have an immediate response that your brain goes to, because your brain is lazy. It just wants the quickest, easiest way from A to B, okay? You got called worthless, now you feel like crap. Worthless crap. And until you start redirecting that path, I am worthy, I am amazing, I deserve the most beautiful relationship, I deserve respect, I deserve honesty, I deserve harmony, I deserve a give and a take, an equal sharing, you're just gonna find yourself back in the same relationship over and over and over again. So I want you to comment down below, I am worthy and deserving of love and respect. I am worthy and deserving of love and respect, because you are. Use it as an affirmation, comment it down below, solidify it in your mind. So I had a specific question about this one I just wanted to address. A person wrote and said that they keep manifesting their person back again and again, but every time they do, eventually it leads to fighting and hurt, resentment, mood swings, etc. The problem is that this person is not working on themselves. This person is not being okay in their own skin. And I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just letting you know this is what's happening. They're not focused inward on changing this, on making sure that this is okay and this is functioning properly and this is loved and this is well oiled and this is maintained and this is given positive reinforcement and positive love and positive ideas. The fact that you would go back to something so harmful shows that you do not feel that you are worthy for something better yet, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to know that it's time for you to look forward, not look back, and to point your infinite power that you possess inward. And stop pointing it out at this relationship or this person that you're trying to fix or recreate or change the outcome of or whatever. Now, if you do that work and you focus inward and you deal with all that stuff, you address the limiting doubts, you flip your negative thoughts, you make new neural pathways that cause you to think positive things when you have certain emotional triggers, you start expecting positive things to happen from your relationship, you completely cut out the old hurt and pain and let it go because it doesn't matter. It can't do anything to you now. During this time of working on yourself, you want to also see them being better in their own skin. See them achieving goals that they need to achieve. See them growing. See them becoming the best version of themselves. Because again, anything that you give to other people, you're giving to yourself first. So direct it to you and then let it spread out to everybody else in your world. Let them also come into their own understanding and growth and self-love. By the time you come out the other end of that, you still want to be with this person. If they have changed too, then you have a chance to rebuild this relationship. But again, you cannot let any of the old stuff back in at all. You can't entertain it for even a second. If not, more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to start building your self-worth and your self-love, and you're going to realize, I have standards that I will never break for myself ever again. The more you practice feeling and reaffirming your own worth, the more you start to believe it and the more your standards raise, okay? So when your standards raise, the universe responds. You attract what you are, not what you want, not what you wish for. You attract what you are. So you raise your personal standards and you say, I will only accept treatment from this level and above. And the universe is like, cool, that's all she accepts. We can't give her anything lower. And if it does, if you do see it pop in your existence just because it's a past manifestation coming, you know that that doesn't exist in my world. Okay, bye. Like, you have to be okay. You have to be strong. You gotta put you first. Everything stems from you first. It all comes here and goes outward. Put yourself first and the rest of the world falls in, okay? Don't segregate your power by focusing it outward, focusing on one little thing and not over here and manifesting really hard on this, but neglecting the rest of your life. Do it all at once. Focus on making this good and your whole life falls into place, I promise, okay? So if you're wondering about time lag or how long it takes, check out my video about that very topic. How long does it take to manifest a specific person? That'll be either linked above or in these things are on the screen or in the description below. And don't forget that you can sign up for my Love and Money seminar. It is a 2-session seminar designed to help you attract the 2 most elusive items in the human experience, love and money. You can sign up for that down below in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. Helps us reach more people, and this is definitely a topic that people need to understand and grasp. Everyone deserves to know that they are the power of their world. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.